Back in the 1990s, the Wall Street Journal dubbed Pittsburgh Roboburgh because of our region's potential to commercialize robotics technologies pouring out of the Robotics Institute at Carnegie Mellon University. Well, over the past 15 years, the robotics industry has begun to realize some of that promise, automating everything from hospital pharmacies to warehouses. And now the university and a new company called Carnegie Robotics are setting out to accelerate the commercialization trend. John Bears is president and CEO of Carnegie Robotics, and Tony Stentz is associate director of the National Robotics Engineering Consortium and a research professor of the Robotics Institute at Carnegie Mellon. Welcome. Good to see both of you.
Hi, good to see you.
Yeah, is this a coming of age, do you think, for Roboburgh?
I think so. It's something we've certainly had our sights on for the last 5 years at least. How would we take the next step? And I think finally we got to the threshold ourselves personally, and then we saw the technology get to the point of maturity where the time was right.
You know, what's been happening down there at the Robotics Engineering Center and everything?
Well, we have a lot of customers, both on the commercial and the government side, and for years we've been doing a lot of technology development, and that technology has matured to the point where our customers want us to go out and solve their problems. They want us to build and field systems, and they want to know who's going to manufacture these systems, who's going to service these systems in the field, who's going to extend the systems.
So give me a for instance. What kind of products are you ready to commercialize out there?
Well, we do a lot of technology for vehicles. We design and build novel mechanisms. We develop a lot of technology to automate those vehicles. So we've worked on automation of tractors for a long time, and by automating those machines, we can make them faster, we can make them cheaper to operate, we can make them safer. And our customers are asking for that product in the field.
Okay, so but it's interesting. It's increasingly more of a business discussion than a technology discussion.
And we're also seeing in our defense business, at Carnegie Mellon, we certainly do lots of technologies that help protect the soldier. And now we're seeing in that business, the customer, typically the Army, the Navy, are asking, okay, who will turn that into a product and who will support that in theater or in use? And that's, of course, well beyond the mission of a university.
So is that you become that somebody? This is the company that would then truly commercialize it, instead of going out and just looking for somebody to do business with or take the technology.
Exactly, exactly. And we found over the last 5 or 10 years that weakened the CMU story by not having that answer. Because the CMU would say, okay, we can solve your problem, and then the customer would say, okay, then what? And we didn't quite know.
Because there wasn't that other vendor out there.
Certainly there are companies out there that possibly could do it, but we didn't have the good solid story. And now we think that with Carnegie Robotics we're going to build that story so then we can have a good solid story and hopefully help CMU and National Robotics grow as well as the company.
So what kind of an infrastructure do you have to put into place to create this business to do all of this?
Yeah, so that's the challenge, because we National Robotics and myself, I mean, the focus over the years have been in advanced prototypes. Now we want to get into manufacturing of systems that have electronics, mechanism, a lot of software. So we have to stand up and cultivate and mature a manufacturing strength of building highly robust quality components. A lot of our customers are in demanding industries, mining, construction, defense, where really they measure the quality of a product on uptime, as opposed to needing to wring maybe the last penny out of a product in a consumer product. This is really measured by reliability and uptime. So we have to build up capability to be able to produce that kind of product.
Well, and also I would think, dealing with the kind of companies you had before, the products were probably one-offs, a lot of customization, right?
Yes.
A lot of hands-on work. Is that the way it typically has been done?
Yeah, that's right. And now we're looking to go beyond that. Yeah. We're looking to put out systems, looking to put out components that we manufacture many copies and support them in the field.
We've got a wealth of precision tooling companies and manufacturers around the region. Do you envision working virtually on this, or are you going to open yourself up a great big factory?
No, I think a lot of it is virtual now. Certainly what we would do in our own organization when we say manufacture, that's really final assembly now, and it's a lot of the testing of that fairly complicated final product to be sure it's ready to go.
Do you see a lot of that supply chain happening right here in our region?
Ideally,
Yeah.
you know, it's certainly within the U.S., and then you can start to see now that regionally, I think you will see some supply chain, and that would be great because it has all kinds of advantages to us.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. This is really cool. Great to see robotics, you know, moving to the next level. John Bears from Carnegie Robotics, Tony Stentz from the National Robotics Engineering Consortium.
Just to clarify one point for you is that in this move that we've made in the last month, so Tony's taken over as director. You introduced him as associate. So
okay. Sorry, I demoted you.
He's wearing the hat now.
You are now the director.
Right.
Okay, very good. All right. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Sure thing.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.